March. I'm excited about it being springtime. It feels like it's been winter for a really long time. But not everyone is excited about this time of year. Please spare a thought for the Eskimo Muslims. They have a hard time, right? Because, I don't know if you know, but Ramadan this year is in June and July. The person who came up with the Ramadan rules didn't go, oh, should we fast from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m? Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Probably didn't have a watch, because he was like, oh, let's just fast when the sun's out, yeah. Which is cool if you live in the Middle East, but not so great for the Eskimo Muslims. I just imagine them all like huddled together, and it's 8:59 p.m. and all the food is like laid out. They've got like this nice polar bear, what's that thing called?
Tagine.
Tagine. Yeah. Sorry, that ruined it. The polar bear tagine, and they're like watching the horizon. The sun's going down, and they're like, it's going down. The sun's setting. Eat. Oh no, Mohammed, it's rising. Stop eating. Imagine that every day for a month. So yeah, special for them. Last time I did comedy, I was heavily pregnant. And I ended my set by saying, next time I'll be back with some hilarious birth stories. Well, turns out birth is not hilarious. It's actually painful and horrible and traumatic, and I don't want to make jokes about it. A couple of days after I'd given birth, my mum came up to see us, and I was really like emotional and hormonal and everything. And I was like, if anyone understands what I'm going through, it'll be her. And I was like, Mum, it was just so painful. And she turned to me and said, maybe you have a low pain threshold. But do you know who does have a low pain threshold? My husband. He came to me a couple of weeks after I'd given birth, and he was like, look, can you just cut this label out of my t-shirt because it's scratching me, and it's, I quote, very painful. So anyway, we had a baby boy. He's called Percy. Yeah, he's being babysat now. Yeah, so when he was born, we texted on all our friends and we were like, it's a boy, and they like sent us cards saying, it's a boy, and we're like, yeah, I know, I told you that. So yeah, yeah, so we're just getting used to being parents, and I think there's some things that as a child you kind of just accept, and then as a new parent you're like, oh, why do we do this? That's weird. For example, pretending a spoon is an aeroplane. I can see how that's kind of fun at home, like, oh look, it's an aeroplane, yeah. But like, you've not thought this through properly, because imagine, like, say a year from now, we're going on holiday, we're at the airport, and I'm just like getting our passports checked, and we just like turn our attention away from little Percy for a second, and then we're like, oh no, where's he gone? And then we see out the window, like he's on the runway, just going, ah, big plane coming towards him. Like that's not sensible. Yeah. Another issue I have that I've had for a long time is why did toddlers feed bread to ducks? That's just like a thing, but why is it a thing? I've got 3 issues with this. Firstly, why are we feeding ducks anyway? Like, we don't feed foxes or rats, so you don't go and put food out for them. But suddenly it's like, oh, ducks, you must be the ducks. And secondly, it's funny how this kind of responsibility is not evenly shared out through all of society. You don't get kind of young professionals on their lunch break with a latte like, oh, I'm just going out to feed the ducks. The entire burden for feeding the ducks just falls on the shoulders of toddlers. And I think that's maybe asking a bit much of them, really. And my third issue with this is, do ducks actually want to eat bread? Like, surely that's not the natural thing that they should be eating, like maybe fish or worms or something? I don't know, that's just my thought. Being a parent is kind of fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing him grow up and like doing cool stuff with him. I work in a school and they do have a lot of fun. Every year they have Pirate Day in school, and then they teach all the subjects through piratey things. So like they'll come in dressed up, and the classroom will be all like decorated with Somalian flags. And they choose 2 affluent white kids, and all the other kids have to black up. This helps with their drama skills and stuff. And then they like lock them in the gym cupboard or whatever. And then they write the ransom notes. So this is like literacy, obviously. And then sometimes it takes a few days because there's all the negotiations, and sometimes you have to chop off an ear and send that to the parents. And, talking about price, and like this really helps with their entrepreneurial skills and their business sense. So eventually, like a price is negotiated, and the money comes in, and they have to count the money, so it's numeracy, and keep their accounts and everything. And it raises money for charity, so it's really good. Like I know last year they raised £300,000 for children in need. So that was great. I've kind of finished, but I'm just going to leave on this. That's how I roll.